Okay, let's power up. Here we go. Boom! Congratulations, Commander. You have successfully completed the chapter Vessels of the Robinson Protocol. And we are also, like, a little bit unbalanced. Actually, let's see how bad this is. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Okay, we might have to do something about this. And welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival on Alpha 10. I'm an old guy gaming, and we're going to continue our Robinson Protocol quest and continue having fun here in Alpha 10. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's have some fun now. So in the last episode, we basically conquered the unknown helix. We got hurt a little bit in the process, but we managed to get the loot from that, and that ended up being a CV warp drive, a Tech 2 repair bay, 23 fusion cells, 14 gold ingots, and maybe some other stuff. But those are some big ticket items to get this early in the game. Of course, I'm not really, doing us any good right at the moment, but they will later. So that was cool. And then I didn't find anything more than just the generator and the fuel tank inside of the unknown helix here. So we took care of that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build this hover vessel, and we'll probably go ahead and spend the night in our tent too when it gets dark enough to do so. Okay, so let's get started. You know what? I can put my shoulder light on now too. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's see. We need to get inside of here, and we need to make the hover vessel part. So let's get all of the ores first, and we'll put all of the componentry stuff that we managed to salvage back in here too, so we can make use of that. Let's go ahead and eat this food right now. We're going to save the base starter for later. I don't think we need any of the rest of this stuff now. Maybe the stone dust. We'll put that there. Okay, that should be good for components. Now, let's see. We want to make... What does it want us to do? It wants to make a vessel starter, first of all. A vessel starter. So, that would be this thing. Let's do it. Yeah, it has to make a core for that and everything. Wow, okay. Of course it does. Nothing has changed in that regard. That's how it's been for a long time now here in Empyrion Galactic Survival. Okay, well, let's see. While we're waiting for that to cook up, I guess what I'll do is I'll just go around and mine some more ore while we're waiting, and I'll bring you back, guys, when it's time for the next part. Okay, so I guess we're done with that. Now it wants us to place it on the ground. So let's go on back over there and do that here. Just grab these resources along the way. Way more of these surface resources in Alpha 10 than I ever remember in earlier versions of this game. Yeah, we'll leave that silicon there for now. Lots and lots of resources available. Okay, so let's grab the starter and we'll place it on the ground right here. This is a nice little flat spot. Let's put it right here. Let's point it this direction too. Okay, very good. Now we need to craft a cockpit, so let's do that next. And do we not have hovercraft specific cockpits anymore? Is it just cockpits for everything? I guess those apply to both small vessels and hovercraft. Gotcha. Okay, guys, I have lots of ships. If you've never seen me play Empyrion before, if this is your first time, welcome, by the way. I have built lots of ships, lots of hovercraft, lots of small vessels. One really big capital vessel, which we will eventually bring back, and one or two other smaller, more utility capital vessels. So, we're just going to spawn those in. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. That's the wrong tool. In this season in Alpha 10 building, because we did a lot of building over the last several alphas, in fact, and that's not what we're about this time. So we're going to use what we've already built for the most part. As far as bases and all that sort of thing goes, again, we're just gonna, do more basic bases, at least for for the first part of the series. We'll see how things go. With the improvements to the bases and the attacks from the Xerax and that sort of thing. We might eventually build something a little more elaborate, but we're not going to do that starting off. We're mostly going to be in nomad mode, exploration mode, questing mode, that sort of thing. Okay, so I did mention that in the first episode in case you're just watching me for the first time now. That's the deal, yo. Alright, so let's get our cockpit. Which means this first hovel vessel that we're going to build is going to be super, super basic. It's not anything fancy. It's just to get this quest done. And then, we'll actually spawn in one of the hover vessels of our own making. Okay, let's see. Let's choose something fairly low profile here. How about this guy? There we go. That works. Okay, now it wants us to craft the ground repulsor engines. So we're going to do this for the quest, but we're going to replace those with real hover engines. I think we are. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just spawn in our first hovercraft and be done with it. It depends upon how expensive it is, though, too. And the level, now that I think about it. Let's look at that real quick. If we go here, and we go to hover vessels, I have the Hunter bike. That requires Sathium, though. Back to the Future is pretty cheap to make. However, I don't know if I ever upgraded that to use normal engines. So we can't really do this until we get Sath. This is something that I probably should have deleted a long time ago because it was... in fact, let's do that right now. That was something I never actually finished. It's really the camo miner that we want first because we can use it as a hover vessel and a miner. And it doesn't require any special ore, but it does require level 12. So in the meanwhile, we could do the old guy HV, which is only level 5, but shit, that requires Sathium too. What about the Space RV is really expensive. That isn't going to work for us. Okay, so I guess this is Stock Gaming, my friend Stock Gaming's, but that's really high-end stuff too. Drill Sergeant. Do I have the Ladybug on here still? Yes, I do. We could probably, you know what we might end up doing is start it, well, that's level 10. What is our level now? I think we just rolled level 7. Yeah, level 7. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this functional, and we're gonna use it until we hit 12, and then when we hit 12, then we're going to spawn in my camo miner. Okay, that's the plan. We've made up our mind. Now we can move on with our lives. What does it want us to do next? The ground repulsor engines. Let's do that now. So that's 3 of these little suckers. So we'll make 3 of those. You know what? Let's just keep going. It doesn't matter that it's nighttime because nothing nasty's trying to kill us at the moment. That'll probably change. And again, I'm just going to continue gathering resources while we're waiting for that to cook up. That gun's kind of worthless. Oh shit, he's fast. We want to kill this guy because we get XP. Well, that didn't kill him. That killed him. And also we get some meat and stuff off him too. You know, I hope they fix the Otugs. You know, the monster things on the desert planet. You used to kill those things, you only get 1 piece of meat off them. They're way more dangerous than these things are. Hope they fix that. But we don't know because we haven't started on that planet. And it'll probably be a while before we visit a desert planet. Hopefully not too long, though. Hopefully not too long. Okay, looks like the repulsor engines are finished. It only wanted us to make 3 of those, huh? Interesting. Okay, well, that being the case, let's put 1 there. Tell me that didn't go... Okay, I was going to say, it almost looked like that went off to one side. We'll put 1 there, and we'll put 1 there. Okay. Now, craft a generator. Generator. We want ourselves a hovercraft generator. Let's put the hovercraft thingy on so I don't make the wrong thing. That's a fuel tank. That's a Jenny. Feed more resources into here. Let's make some more chow. Okay, and wants us to make a fuel tank. So let's get a fuel tank going. That was going to be... Where's a fuel tank? Here. That is a hovercraft fuel tank, right? Yes. And then after that, it'll want us to power the vessel up, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll Ayatollah. This is not going to be the type of hovercraft that we can afford to get hit in at all. Do we want to rotate that? Okay, that's the bottom. I think what we'll do is we'll put that there. We are going to have to be somewhat mindful of weight in this thing. The fuel tank's going to be the same size as that, though. Okay, let's try this. Hopefully this isn't going to be too janky in terms of, you know, putting us off balance and stuff. But if it's going to be off balance at all, I would rather have it be a little bit, you know, back end heavy than heavy to the side or even to the front. Okay. Now, we need to fuel this sucker with some biofuel. And we should have plenty of resources to make that. Let's put about half of our wood in there. And we'll queue up some biofuel. Now, I also have these 3 fuel packs in this, but I don't want to use... I definitely don't want to use these right now. These we could probably use up. So let's make ourselves a cargo box. And we'll cancel this after this last one finishes up so that we can get this made. And then we'll make a couple more things of fuel while we're loading up. So the cargo box will probably stick right in that little spot right there. And I'm not going to bother to, you know, build blocks and actually build this out. I'm just not going to do that. Not this time. Not this time, man. You know what, though? We probably wouldn't hurt to put a light on that. That's going to be useful. That's going to be useful. So let's put a light on there as well. We'll unlock the light. Grab the cargo box and the 4 thingamadoodles of fuel. Let's put these and these in here for the moment so I don't accidentally put the wrong fuel in. We have to open this up. 7%? Oh, we're going to have to make a lot of fuel, aren't we? We are definitely going to have to make a lot of fuel. Okay, so let's see. We wanted to put this down here. Should we use... Oh, that's kind of a cool looking cargo box. I like that. Let's use that one. There we go. Now we actually have some room. We actually have some room to put our stuff. So let's start loading up in here. Devices, cargo box. We got our light. Do we want to do that one? We could do this. There we go. Okay, yeah, I know that's lame as hell, but you know what? What the hell? It is what it is. It's all I want to spend time building right now. Okay, so let's just make a bunch more biofuel. I'm going to queue up like a whole stack of that. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to, once again, just harvest a few more resources in the area. And once we have a decent supply of biofuel made up, I'll bring you back. We'll hop in this thing, and then we'll take off and start the next part of the Robinson Protocol. Okay, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys, we're back. I want to try something. I don't know if this works or not, but We've got 50 biofuel queued up in here. If we actually sleep overnight, does that translate into the hours that we slept to make more stuff? It does. Look at that. Amazing. I had heard that that was the case, but I wasn't sure. Now we know. That's cool. Okay. So, let's see. Go back in here, manage. We're just going to dump all of that in there. It's still not a ton, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and throw these in there too. Might as well. Might as well use them now while we can, right? Manage. Okay. So we almost have half a tank now. Let's just see how far we can get with half a tank. And you know, I'll probably do that again tomorrow night, because I had heard that you could do that, but like I said, I've never really used the tent because I've always played this game on multiplayer, and you can't use it on multiplayer. But we might actually take advantage of that tomorrow night, where we'll queue up a bunch of stuff and then we'll go to sleep, and then we'll have it in the morning. So, yeah. Okay, so that actually worked correctly. Let's pick this thing up and hop in here. Actually, I'm going to hang on to those two so that we have it for our chainsaw later if we need it. Okay, let's power up. Here we go. Boom! Congratulations, Commander. You have successfully completed the chapter Vessels of the Robinson Protocol. And we are also, like, a little bit unbalanced. Base building activation. Let's go. Okay, so let's get into our exterior view. Actually, let's see how bad this is. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Okay, we might have to do something about this. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. Well, actually, here, let's get back into this view. Can I make the counterweight block doohickeys right now? What are those called? They're called something blocks. Artificial mass blocks. That requires steel plates. Let's see if we can fix this. That's going to bug me. So we want to go to devices. We want to go to cargo box. Let's grab our... Oh, we already have the iron right there. That's our hardened steel plates. I guess I don't have any normal steel plates, do I? Okay, let's put some of that in there. And we want to make artificial mass blocks. Let's start with 2. Let's see how far 2 will get us. And we'll put those like out front here maybe a little bit, and see if that levels us out a tad. Oh, the wind's coming up. Look at that. Okay, so it wants us to mine the ores. Mine 10. Which is actually something we haven't done yet. What is this? That looks like a thing, but it's not. Is it harvestable? It sounds like it's doing something, but it's not doing anything. We must have just been hitting the ground underneath. Weird. Okay. Alright, let's pop 2 of these on the end and see what happens. We want them out pretty close to the front, too. Oh. Boy, I don't know how much heavy's going to actually add. So let's put the heavy, let's put it in the center. And I think we need to actually hop in to level it out. Yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? That looks like that might be just the ticket. Is it like a little too heavy now on the front? Maybe just a smidge too heavy on the front now, huh? Okay, let's make this... Let's try a medium instead. Salvage. So let's try a medium. Okay. Okay, did that level us or did it put us back again? I think we're a little too rear heavy again, maybe. Huh. Alright, so maybe what we do is we make one more of those and make it a light and put it in front. Let's see how that works. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like it to be, you know, as flat as possible. As flat as possible. So I'm thinking this one should be a light block. So yeah, see, that brings down the front. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Let's pick that sucker up. It's good enough. Alright, we'll pick that stuff up. We'll pick that up. Okay, so it wants us to mine ores, and we have already uncovered all the ores, and they're back more over towards our little quest place. So let's go over there. Let's change our camera angle a little bit. And we'll head on back. This thing's like super quiet. Is it just because... Well, it's partly because my camera's a little far away from it. But yeah, the ores were back over here. So we'll hit those. And we might end up just mining them all out anyway. I'll probably do most of that off camera though. Might as well just get it done. On the other hand, if we waited until we got our actual mining vessel, it would be a lot easier. However, with the new mining mechanics, it may not be that bad. I am curious to try that out and see how it works. So we'll scooch on over here. Got some spiditers to deal with. Let's get into this view so we get more or less right over where we want to be. Okay, I'm going to cut the power on this so we can conserve fuel. And while we're mining this copper, let's continue to make more fuel. So we'll just throw those in there and that in there. And queue up another stack of fuel. Okay, let's try this out. Let's try this out. This new mining thingamadoodle. So we could use this. Now we could also make... Well, we don't have mechanical drills anymore, do we? That's right, I forgot about that. It doesn't even show up in here as an option. Let's look and see what we have in here for tools. We have just the drill, which we can unlock. Can we... You know what, though? We're going to need charges for that. That's the problem. So we still can't... Even though we can learn it, we don't have the means to use it until we find some promethium. Okay, so let's just use this drill then. And we're going to stand back over here. We're going to get our drone out. And we're going to make sure that we are in resource drill. Okay, let's try this out. Very nice. Much faster than even the old mechanical drill. One of the things we're going to be able to do in Alpha 10.2 that I read in the release notes is that because you know, the drills and stuff work kind of in a sphere now, we'll be able to make a much straighter tunnel. Yeah, that's nice. I would say this is significantly faster than than the old mechanical drills, for sure. Oh, there goes the timer. Stop timer. Okay, so we have, how much is, oh, there's still 100% left, really? Even after, how much have we gotten so far? 55. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, then I'm not going to, let's just leave this here for now. And I'll probably come back and finish these out when we actually have the mining vessel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the iron ore and the silicon ore. It's going to be the exact same thing that we saw here, just with iron and silicon. We'll get enough to satisfy the quest, and then we'll do the next leg of the quest. Okay, but we are out of time. So guys, excuse me. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out on Discord. Come and hang out with me on a live stream. I do live stream several times a week on Twitch, and you can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.